After finding out that Canelo Alvarez doesn't think that Terence Crawford has fought anyone good, Terence has answered Canelo's comments. The potential fight between the two super fighters has already drawn in a number of predictions, and pros are seeing both men being a problem for each other. Oscar De La Hoya stated, "Terence Crawford will beat Canelo anytime. I've said before, the big, talented man will always beat the small, talented fighter. But Terence Crawford is not small. Terence Crawford is a big guy. He can walk around at 168 if he wants to. If this fight is made at 164, Terence Crawford all day. Based on skill set alone, Terence Crawford is a master and he will make Canelo look like a child. That's just my boxing experience. Do I want Canelo to win? Yes. But from an expert fighter's view, Crawford will beat him in a masterclass any day." Even Shakur Stevenson thinks that Terence would come out on top even after going up in weight. Shakur stated, "Canelo is a bad He's the second best fighter in boxing to me. Bud is the best fighter in boxing. If Canelo is at his weight, I'm telling y'all now, Bud would beat Canelo. Canelo is really nice. He's a real good fighter. I just feel like stylistically, if he was in the ring with Bud, I think Bud would outbox him. The best chance that Canelo has is a puncher's chance to try to knock Bud out, but other than that, I feel like Bud is the better fighter." It seems like no matter what opponent is brought up to Terence, people think that Crawford can handle it. This includes Floyd Mayweather, as Shane Mosley talked about the fantasy fight. Shane stated, "Crawford hits hard. Crawford is very strong. He has long arms, southpaw, right-handed, and he's coming to get you. I could see Mayweather outboxing him, but I can also see Crawford catching him with one of those funny uppercuts." Better yet, Carl Frampton thinks that Terence has taken the label of fighter of this generation. Carl stated, "There's a big statement that I want to make here. The fighter of our generation, everyone will probably agree, is Floyd Mayweather. I think that Terence Crawford is now the fighter of our generation. That performance beats Floyd Mayweather at his best at welterweight. I genuinely believe that." Some fans were calling for Terence to try and beat Floyd Mayweather's record, but Terence doesn't see himself fighting that long.
Have you thought about going for 51-0, beating Mayweather's record with 50-0? Is that something that you thought about?
I already said I was never gonna beat Mayweather record. That's not something that I wanted to do.
Okay.
To be honest, I was gonna retire if I didn't get this Errol Spence fight.
Dimitri Bivol definitely thinks that Crawford is one of the most complete fighters out there right now. Dimitri stated, "I would say Crawford is the favorite because of his speed, movement, and reflexes. Spence is the bigger guy in the ring and also has great ring IQ, but in my opinion, Crawford is the most complete fighter of all right now." Teddy Atlas really thinks that Terence would have no problem with everyone at 154. Teddy stated, "There does come a ceiling of how far you can move up. He's moved up 3 weight classes already. How many more can he move up? Lomachenko moved up 3, but then he got to his limit. You can see that he can't go past lightweight. He's different. Crawford's got a different body. He's got a different skeleton. You can put some more mass on him because of how wiry and tall he is and how long his arms are. I don't see any fighters. Okay, I'll remove the weight for 2 seconds. I don't see any fighter in that next weight class. And you mentioned Jermell Charlo as a possibility, is as good as him, close to being as good as him or capable of beating him, and I don't know that weight will change that. That's my answer." While Teddy Atlas doesn't see anyone at 154 who can beat Crawford, 168 is a much bigger jump, and Terence has been warned about moving up to Canelo's weight. Demetrius Andrade is a fan of Crawford, but he doesn't think that he should waltz up to 158. Demetrius stated, "That's my boy. He's going to get though. Don't come up here and get up. It's a big difference. He's got the skill, but if he's going up to 168, there are skilled fighters up there that are seeing what he's doing. Plus, we would be able to bully him. Fight Canelo, bro. Get your payday and dare to be great. You know what I'm saying? Canelo's not a natural 168 type guy either. He started off at 147 and he's not a tall guy." Terence tried to offer Canelo a fight at catchweight, but Canelo had no interest in putting his body through that weight cut. Canelo stated, "I can't go down anymore," like he says when they ask him about Gervonta Davis. "It's the same for me. Everybody's gonna say he's too small. Nobody's gonna give me credit for that." Sean Porter has mentioned that Canelo is on a very strict diet that he won't break in order to fight Crawford. Sean stated, "Let me say this, Canelo Alvarez is on a special diet. When you're on a special diet, you may see some cookies and think they look good, but I'm not getting off my diet. He has a plan, a strict regimen. He ain't come over to PBC to fight Charlo and then fight Crawford. He ain't about to dibble and dabble in some other stuff. He's on a strict diet and he's going to follow that plan, and people hope it ends with David Benavidez." After Terence's most recent win, pros couldn't get enough of him, and they think that he's the baddest man out there. Claressa Shields tweeted, "He's a bad man. I love both guys, but everyone knows Crawford did that. Excellent performance. Wow. Welcome to the two-weight undisputed club. It's just us." Terence could potentially make history by beating Canelo in a fight.
Be great. That'll be 3 times. If you go 154 and win the belt, that's 3 times super. Then I said, chase super greatness. Come on, Canelo. 160.
Well, if he can get in there with Charlo in like his next 2 fights where he's still got age on his side, then maybe go up again. Like if he's trying to chase the greatness. But I mean, he already done something that's never been done. Charlo don't want none of that.
Amir Khan doesn't think that Crawford should fight Canelo though. Amir stated, "I don't think that should happen. I like Crawford and I think Canelo is a beast at that weight. Honestly, I would advise Crawford not to do that." Bill Haney, on the other hand, actually told Crawford to go fight Canelo.
Time that you know anything about boxing and you've been studying boxing, the biggest fights, the strangest shit be happening, and that fight delivered, and it might have even over-delivered in terms of the expectations. We know that both of those fighters can do that. It just is a matter of where they're going to do it. And Terence Bud Crawford showed why he's #1 in the world.
What kind of fight do you expect at 154 pounds? Do you expect a more competitive fight, or could it be some of the same?
Nobody's beating Bud. Nobody's beating Bud right now. I told him go up and go after Canelo.
Oh.
Well, as much as Canelo respects Terence after his epic win over Errol Spence, Canelo doesn't think that he's fought anyone else of note. Canelo stated, "Like I always said, I respect Crawford. He's a very talented fighter, but he just won 1 big fight. If you see his record, he's just beaten 1 good fighter. Other than that, I don't think he's beaten other great fighters." Terence Crawford is getting tired of the excuses from other pros and fans though. Terence responded by saying, "Here we go with the 'I haven't fought nobody but Spence' talk. LOL, y'all so delusional, it's crazy." Well, Terence doesn't care about any of that, and he doesn't care about the weight anymore as he hopes to fight Canelo after Canelo fights Jermell Charlo. Terence stated, "You know, Canelo and Jermell fighting. I wanted to fight Jermell next since he was the 154 undisputed champion, but they're gonna strip him for his belt when the bell rings. I would definitely have to gain weight. I just believe in my abilities. Canelo's not a big guy, he's 5'8". He's muscular, but as far as height, nah, that wouldn't be anything that. We'd have to see. I think it could happen. To be honest, I think that's the biggest fight in boxing if he beats Charlo. I'm ready now. People think it's all about weight, but I think it's skill. I've got the power to make anybody respect me. I don't care what your weight is." If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.